It's less than 2 weeks to that vote in Newark, where UKIP are hoping to make more gains against the Conservatives. We'll be hearing from them in the studio in a moment. First, though, how are the people of Newark coping? There's been no shortage of famous faces visiting the town. David Cameron's becoming a regular, as we heard, even bringing Boris too. As we said, he's here again today, visiting Bingham. So what do the locals make of all this attention? Des Coleman's been finding out.
Michael Gove's been here, Boris has been here, and even David Cameron's been here twice, which is great news for the Conservative candidate. But are the people of Newark getting fed up with all this attention?
What sickens me more than anything is that when we're coming up to the election, we see them. You know what? We won't see them again for another 5-6 months till they want us to, come out and support them. If that's the case, they should support us all year round, not just on election when the elections are coming up.
Because of the by-election, we've had a lot of senior politicians come into Newark. Do you think that's a good thing, or have you seen too much of them?
No, we can never see too much of them. I think they need to walk round and get into the real world and see what's going on around them.
No, it's too much, because they promise you the earth and they deliver nothing. All of the politicians, I think, are really the same. My father would be turning in his grave because I didn't vote yesterday, because for the reason I don't know who to vote for.
Tell me, are you fed up of senior politicians turning up because of the by-election, or would you like to see more of them?
I think they should get out and about a lot more, speak to the person on the street of what's going on, because they do have a tendency of just appearing when they want something, and that's not right.
No, I think you need to see more of them, because they don't come out and see what the real world's all about. It's all right them sticking down in London and knowing what's happening down there, but if they get out into the real world, they will probably be more hands-on. To be more hands-on to it, then they would understand what people are going through. Because
of the by-election, a lot of senior politicians have shown their faces in Newark. Do you think that's too much, or would you like to see more of it?
I'd like to see a lot less of them, actually, Des. I'm sick of the size of them, actually.
Crikey, all that attention has clearly sharpened people's views in Newark, whether they like politicians or not. Well, we're joined in the studio now by Paul Oakden, UKIP's campaign director here in the East Midlands. So Ken and Paul, best of friends, Ken and UKIP?
I never fall out with political opponents of any kind. I get on extremely well with some very surprising people in the House of Commons. I can assure you that's the tradition of British politics. So I must admit I haven't met that many UKIP politicians, but of those I've met, I've not yet fallen out one. My opponent at the last election was rather difficult. We'll probably get a slightly more sociable one next time.
Paul?
Well, we're not here to fall out with people. We're here to talk about positive messages. That's what we've been doing.
Even after Ken called you clowns?
Even after Ken called us clowns.
I didn't call you clowns.
You did, actually.
No, I didn't. I called I called an Italian called Beppe Grillo. I didn't bother to protest at the time.
It's very tempting to vote for a collection of clowns, is actually what you said.
And angry people, having talked about Beppe Grillo, who's a professional comedian in Italy, and Nigel Farage, and I say clowns and angry people.
We are not angry people.
At that time the media were trying to whip up Farage mania, and so they took one word out of my interview, spun it,
right, there
and I never attacked opponents personally. I do think their policies are totally wrong and would be disastrous for this country.
It's interesting that Ken talks about taking one word and spinning something, because UKIP have just been for 3 months on the end of one of the most persistent smear campaigns politics has ever seen, and here we are still standing, still being positive, still talking about the things that we can do. We certainly don't want to fall out with political opponents. We think it's unfortunate some of the things that they've said. I will say, with reference to the clowns comment, we certainly are enjoying ourselves, and we're hoping to have a good laugh tomorrow.
Nigel is obviously enjoying himself enormously.
We are enjoying ourselves. Why are we enjoying ourselves?
Because you haven't exactly had an earthquake here, though, have you? Which is what your leader was predicting.
Well, the earthquake,
a few rumbles, maybe.
The earthquake that Nigel Farage was talking about was in reference to the European elections, and we need to see the results tonight to see whether that earthquake will come about tomorrow. We're confident that it will, and the reason why we're confident is because we've been out on the streets and we've been talking to people and listening to people, and on the short clip that we've just seen there, how many times were people saying we don't get listened to? We never see politicians outside of election time, and that's what UKIP have been out there doing.
OK, well, Glenys, John Mann, Basset Law MP, says you're not taking UKIP seriously enough. You've already said that you can't out-UKIP UKIP, so,
No, I don't think that's true. I think we have taken them on their policies. We've talked about the policies that matter to people in their everyday lives. People are struggling and they need help with their energy bills, they need help with their rent, they need to be able to see their GP within 48 hours. They're the issues we've been talking about. I don't believe in name calling because I don't think that's the way you should do politics.
They did take some seats off you in Derby though, didn't they?
Well, we took two seats as well. So, you know, they only took 2 seats there. That's not really an earthquake. It's a slight little tremor. Let's see what happens tonight. But I think you might find that what happens in the European elections is not necessarily indicative of what will happen in a national election. I am absolutely certain we've done the work in our key seats, and so I'm confident that we stand a good chance of winning in next year's general election.
I'm delighted.
You've got to win seats in Parliament.
Absolutely, and we are going to win seats next year. We are confident of that. It's lovely to be sat here next to Ken and Glenys talking about how they want to stay. We all want to be friends and get on with each other and talk about positive politics. It's just unfortunate that neither of the old parties have done that.
That's what I'm saying. If you want to have any sort of credibility in Parliament, you have to win it.
The Conservative Party have a 16,000 majority, and I think with the very different nuances in Newark right now, we can overturn that. But bear in mind, at the last election in Newark,
Ken's very
we got
confident that they'll keep
votes.
it.
We've got to make up 25,000 votes just over to win in Newark. Do I think we can do it? Yes. Would it be a remarkable achievement if we did? Absolutely.
Why has Nigel Farage not been to Newark?
Nigel Farage will be coming to Newark. Nigel Farage is the leader of the party.
Because everyone else has been.
He's coming. He's holding a public meeting in Newark next Saturday afternoon. So thank you very much for highlighting that for us.
Well, at least we know. We wondered why he hadn't been.
He'll be up next Saturday. He's been focusing on winning, on causing the earthquake that you referred to earlier. He'll be up into Newark now. We've been inundated with. I think some Conservative MPs have a better attendance in Newark than they do in Westminster at the moment.
Miliband's not been though, has he? He managed to have a little bit of a stroll around Nottingham the other day, but he hasn't made it as far as Newark.
In the East Midlands, we were trying to do some work in the European and local elections, and that's what we were concentrating on last week.
Mind you, Diane Abbott told our national colleagues on the national programme that she doesn't even know where Newark is.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
north of the M25.
Well, yes. Well, you know, what can I say? But, you know, we know where Newark is. You know, I come from Mansfield originally. I come from a mining community. I know very well the communities in the East Midlands because that's where I come from.
We want to have a good young Conservative MP in Newark. That's why we're all there. It's not very amazing that Conservatives are descending on Newark. It's a seat we think we should hold and we want to hold. And it's actually about, you know, the chances of who's going to form the government next year. And ideally, we shouldn't be talking about UKIP like this. This is Farage mania. It's artificial.
But because of that
it's quite
Farage
extraordinary.
Mania, though, you're throwing absolutely everything at Newark. The big guns are out.
Yes, but we're throwing everything at Newark because it's a Conservative seat, and obviously to lose Newark would be a disaster for us, and it would throw the future government of the country into some consternation. We would lose it to the Labour. We won't lose it to UKIP. We'd lose it to Labour if we lost it.
So you're really
but we're
saying
not
you're
going
not
to
worried
lose
about
it.
UKIP in Newark?
I am worried about them because I think it's worrying that there are people about voting for UKIP in this way. And the reason I say that is because what you're talking about in politics, this is what we fail to get across, which is why half the public don't vote, is the future of this country. You know, is the economy going to run properly? How are we going to do something about the low living standards of the ordinary person who's been very oppressed? We've had a catastrophic recession. And suddenly here we are with people saying, oh, you politicians are all hopeless. This chap likes Germans but doesn't like Romanians. So he's got all kinds of wild ideas about what we might do by coming out of the globalised economy.
Let's not promise a referendum in 2017. Let's have a referendum now. People in Newark are talking about immigration. They're talking about jobs. Whether Ken likes that or not, that is what people are talking about on the street. Young people walking into UKIP's office in Newark and saying, I can't get a job. It's because of open door immigration.
If people are talking about jobs, the last thing they want to do is come out of the EU.
We'll have 4.2 million jobs. Thank you very much indeed. There are, of course, 11 people standing in the Newark by-election. That vote takes place on Thursday, the 5th of June.